Flurry, equestrias' greatest monster. Written by cartoonlover13. Read by 8 Flame. Chapter 3. Confrontations. 18 years into the future, Flurry's POV. The pieces of my plan are falling into place. By now, my parents should be in Canterlot soon with my great aunt's meeting with the king of Yakakistan. I spent years on this plan ever since I was 15 and first got my hooves on a dark magic spell. I felt real power for the first time in my life. My parents had always told me once you do a dark magic spell, it corrupts you. Even if it is a simple small dark magic spell, it will turn you into a shell of your old self. They have just shielded me from my true power. I realized I had a thirst for power deep down, and it made me realize I don't want to be the perfect queen of the Crystal Empire. I don't want to be the epitome of purity and have ponies adore me and worship the ground I trod on. No, I want the opposite of that. I always hated being the heir apparent to the crystal throne. I absolutely hate my subjects thinking that Princess Flurryheart will protect and love them. I realized something I had never known before. I was envious of my younger sister. Why would I be? Skylar can just trot around without a care in the world since she's not the heir to the throne, when I have the entire weight of the world balanced on my shoulders. Once I am done, I can finally be free. Oh, if ponies knew what I am really like, they would know King Somber should be the least of their worries. I flipped a page in the book, The History of the Crystal Tyrant, King Somber. No matter how short his reign of the Crystal Empire was, he had good plans for the future. When documents written by the Crystal Usurper were discovered, they showed he would brainwash his subjects to be his army when he invaded Equestria. The subjects would be puppets for him to play with. Thanks for the idea, Somber. I slammed the book shut and put it back into its original place in my bookshelf. My horn glowed as I used my telekinesis to move the bookshelf out of the way for me to enter the secret vault I constructed years, all those years ago. I opened the door smiling as I caught sight of the closet where I kept my armor. I trod up to the closet. Opening the door, I forged the armor myself, and it was made out of the very rare metal adamantium, which my sword was also made from. Adamantium could slice through dragon scales like butter and easily kill an alicorn. Adamantium is silver in color, but using my magic I turned the armor black as night. The armor is actually very reminiscent of nightmare moons. I grasped the armor in my aura and slowly put on the chest plate and horseshoes. The armor actually has some of my dark power stored. If I couldn't activate my magic somehow, the armor would back me up. Every pony should be asleep by now. In the dead of the night, no pony would see me. Now it was time for step 1. My horn glowed and I closed my eyes in concentration as I prepared to teleport myself. When I opened my eyes, right in front of me was the powerful ancient relic, the Crystal Heart. I was glad for my mother and father's stupidity to not guard the only thing protecting the empire from the ice and snow. I grasped the crystal heart in my magical aura. I snarled when glancing over to my cutie mark. It showed my ability of wielding the relic and my magic over snow and ice. Me being the princess of crystals was like a cruel joke. In a flash of light, the crystal heart was gone, hidden deeply in the castle, never to be found. In the corner of my eye, I saw a bright light. I at first scowled as I turned around to see my younger sister and her friend, my mentor Sunburst's daughter with starlight glimmer, Starburst. They saw me somehow, but I smiled once I realized I could kill them together. "Flurry, what are you doing? Where's the crystal heart?" exclaimed my sister. "What are you wearing? What's going on?" asked Starburst. I simply glared at my sister as she took a few steps toward me. "Don't you dare take another step!" Skylar stopped in surprise. "Flurry, did you think I'd really just stand there and grow up to be the perfect little queen? Huh, Skylar? While I'm pressured to be some benevolent ruler, you just trot around not having a care in the world, knowing you wouldn't have to lift a hoof to help the Crystal Empire." I interrupted. "Flurry." "Shut up, Starburst!" I blurted out, the two ponies in front of me still dumbfounded. "No more. I'm done," I muttered. It's amazing what a little dark magic can do. I activated my dark magic, making my ice magic even more dangerous. I shot out ice as black as night went towards my sister and Starburst's hearts. The two men let out a blood-curdling shriek as the ice shards punctured their hearts and they fell to the ground, crimson blood oozing out of their wounds. I simply stared at them. To my surprise, Skylar was still barely alive while her friend was already dead. Well, Skylar's an Alcon like me, so she was extremely durable. I didn't even suppress my triumphant grin as I trotted in front of my younger sibling, avoiding the pool of blood she was lying in. Still using my dark magic, I began to draw out Skylar's magic, causing the younger Alicorn's eyes to shrink to points. The color mostly fades from the irises, the pupils clouding over as well. The magic is streaming into my horn as I feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and my younger sister's cutie marker crescent moon fades from her haunch along with her life. Skylar's blood pulled off her fatal wound as I could see her eyes gazing up to see my own betrayal, and confusion filled her dull eyes. That was the last thing she did, as without her magic, her Alicorn durability faded away with it. The crystal ponies, no, my loyal and faithful army, no doubt heard the commotion and were walking up. Time for the next part of the plan.